I've been lower than the floor. That negativity you force on top of me. Only I can set me free. I wanna be the best that I can be. You better go.
Of offense, the defense has been shored up.
That offensive firepower.
Ohio State, to me, has been the most complete team.
And they're one of the best defenses, at least statistically, in the country.
Blowing out the inferior opponents. They play against a team with a pulse, they struggle.
Yeah, he's the best quarterback right now in the nation. That's the best offense in the nation.
Ohio State's a really good football team. We know that, but they haven't been challenged. They haven't been tested.
Ohio State versus Maryland today at 3:30. We're supposed to win big. I hope Coach Day doesn't look past this team of Maryland. We are going to Maryland, and we have to play Michigan next week, but do not look past Maryland. That's all I got to say. Let's take a look here. Ohio State heads to Maryland for final road game of the regular season. For the second time in 5 years, Ohio State will play its final road game of the regular season at Maryland 1 week before hosting Michigan into the game. So hopefully we're ready for that. Maryland Stadium, College Park, 3:30, Saturday, November 19th on ABC, and watch it on ESPN as well. 6-4 Maryland, the Maryland Terrapins. What's a Terrapin? It's like a turtle. Anyways, Ohio State favored by 27.5. Over under is 63 according to BetJack Ohio Sportsbook. January 1st, remember, everybody in Ohio, we can bet, baby, legally. Maryland scored at least 27 points in all of its first 8 games while averaging 454.4 yards on offense. In its last to 2 games, however, Maryland scored just 10 points on 189 yards of offense against Wisconsin and 0 points, 134 total yards against Penn State. So in the Big Ten matchups, Maryland Terrapins do not do very well. If Maryland's offense can return to form this week, it will be a test for Ohio State's defense that hasn't faced much top 10 competition. So Terrapins still chasing first win versus the Buckeyes. While the 2018 shootout between Ohio State and Maryland was undoubtedly the most memorable game, the two schools since Maryland joined the Big Ten in 2014, it's the only time the Terrapins have come even close to beating the Buckeyes. So here's a quote. I'm confident that our team will show up. They showed up yesterday with the right mindset, Loxley said Tuesday. Last game before the game, we talked about that for a second. Real quick show. Keep an eye on these guys. The quarterback, Tualia Tagovailoa. Jeez, I botched that one all to hell. But he's the brother of the Miami NFL player's quarterback, Tagovailoa. Tua's brother. Let's just say Tua's brother. All right. Let's see. Tagovailoa, man, I cannot speak today. Tagovailoa still has more passing yards per game, 239.1, and a better passing rating, 144.8, than any starting quarterback of Ohio State's first 10 opponents. He's had 11 300-yard games since 2020. So that's good. A little stat there for him. Wide receiver Raheem Jarrett. Maryland's passing offense poses a step into a competition for Ohio State's defense. The only 5-star recruit on Maryland's roster, Raheem Jarrett has been quite as productive this year as he was a season ago. Terrapins, 37 catches, 406 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2-time All-Big Ten honorable mention. Jarrett is an explosive athlete, so watch out in the secondary. Hopefully we can get somebody to watch him. Safety, Bo Braid. Braid has been Maryland's most productive defender this season. He leads the Terrapins with 67 total tackles, going to be working it up in the 8-man box. So watch out for the run. So 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles apiece, and has played the most snaps to 662 of them. Bo Braid comes up with a massive interception. Terps take over with under 3 minutes to play. This was Northwestern and Maryland, a highlight. Testudo Times on the Twitter, but I'm not going to go to that. Here we go. Quotes. I think we've seen teams that kind of play like them, so I think we're pretty prepared for it, Still Chambers says, against Maryland. So we got C.J. Stroud, Trevion Henderson, Marvin Harrison Jr., Julian Fleming, Emeka Egbuka, Cade Stover. These are all the starters on offense. Zach Harrison, defensive end. Taryn Vincent, defensive tackle. Ty Hamilton, JT, defensive end. Still Chambers, linebacker. Tommy Eichenberger, the middle. Tanner McAllister, Burke, Brown, and Ronnie Hickman at safety. Maryland's roster features 2 players with Ohio, defensive tackle Anthony Booker Jr. and linebacker Andrew Booker. 2 brothers went to Winton Woods High School, where they played with Ohio State running back Mayan Williams. Good to know. Ohio State's roster included 2 players from Maryland, starting defensive tackle Taryn Vincent and defensive end Mitchell Melton, who is out for the season. Ohio State defensive line graduate assistant Cam Spence played at Maryland in 2017 and 2018. Stats and facts, that's what I'm all about. That's what you're getting right now. And served as a student assistant coach for the Terrapins in 2019 and 2020. That was the offensive defensive line graduate Cam Spence. Played at Maryland. Maryland is just 6-26 in games played during the month of November since it joined the Big Ten in 2014. Ohio State is 30-3 in the month of November since 2014. Facts and stats. Maryland has never won a Big Ten game against a ranked opponent. Ohio State has won its last 28 games against unranked opponents since 2018 loss to Purdue. Saturday's game will be Ohio State's 5th game on ABC this season. It will be the Buckeyes' 6th straight game on a national broadcast network and 9th of the season overall. Let's take a look at the over-under and the spread here. 330. Ohio State is favored 90.3%. Ohio State tries to stay unbeaten against Maryland going into the Michigan game. C.J. Stroud, 2,750 passing yards, 34-4 TD interception ratio. Mayan Williams pushing 1,000, 783 yards and 13 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr. getting ready to get 1,000 today, 969 yards and 11 TDs. SECU Stadium tickets as low as $47. Minus 27, over under 62.5. Give me the Buckeyes. We're going to be stomping them. 501.9 yards per game total, with a 294 yards in the air, 207.9 yards on the ground. Looking for Mayan Williams and Trevion Henderson to beast mode it up on the backfield. So Trevion Henderson is back. 46 degrees in Maryland, College Park. Give me the over. Give me the Buckeyes on the spread. They're going to win by at least 30. Just got to let you know. Prediction of the score. Let me think here. I think we're going to get it's the over-under 62.5. So we got to win by 27. Give me that 50-14. Give me about 50-14. Almost the same score as the one we did the other day with Indiana. About 50-14. Let's do that. But we got to watch out the Maryland offense because they're pretty good on offense. So they are scoring 395.8 yards of total offense, 241.5 yards in passing, 154.3 yards rushing. So we got to watch out for that Maryland offense. Stomp 'em Terps. Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's roll. Love you guys. God bless. Tip the waitress.